Good morning, viewer. Welcome to our Glory Globe TV. Here's a breaking news from Brisbane, Australia. AML of suspected death cap mushroom served at a family lunch in late July is at the center of a homicide investigation in Australia following the deaths of 3 guests less than a week later. Erin Patterson served the meal to her former parents-in-law and her mother-in-law, sisters and husband, who were guests at her home in the town of Leongatha in southern Victoria on July 29, according to Victoria Police. Within days, Gull Patterson, 70, and her sisters, Heather Wilkinson, 66, died in hospital, followed by Gull's 70-year-old husband, Don, a day later. A fourth guest, Wilkinson's husband, Ian, a 68-year-old reverend, remains critically ill in hospital. Their deaths have shocked the small town, and in recent days, parishioners at the nearby Korumbura Baptist Church have gathered to pray for the recovery of their reverend, who reportedly needs a liver transplant. Combined, the towns of Leongatha and Korumbura are home to just over 10,000 people according to the latest census. In a tearful exchange with local media outside her home on Monday, Erin Patterson denied any wrongdoing. "I am devastated. I love them and I cannot believe that this has happened and I am so sorry," the 48-year-old told reporters. At a news briefing Monday, Detective Inspector Dean Thomas with the Victoria Police Homicide Squad said Patterson is a suspect because she cooked the meal and is the only adult at the lunch who did not fall ill. He said Erin Patterson had separated from her husband Simon and lost both his parents, but described their relationships as amicable. The former couple's 2 children were also at the lunch, he added, but they ate a different meal and showed no sign of illness. "We have to keep an open mind in relation to this. It could be very innocent," Thomas said, "but again, we just don't know at this point. 4 people turn up and 3 of them pass away with another one critical, so we have to work through this." Patterson has not been charged in the deaths. The symptoms suffered by Patterson's guests are consistent with poisoning by death cap mushrooms, Thomas said, though toxicology reports are yet to show exactly what they consumed. Victoria Health issued a warning about death cap mushrooms, Amanita phalloides, in April, describing them as extremely poisonous and listing symptoms of consuming including violent stomach pains, nausea, vomiting and diarrhea. Even if initial symptoms subside, serious liver damage may have occurred that may result in death, they warning. Native to Europe, death cap mushrooms were first confirmed in Australia in the 1960s, and they almost always grow near introduced trees, namely oaks, according to Royal Botanic Garden, Victoria. Beyond the report, Glory Globe TV, Delhi.